Alright guys, how's it going? Can you see me? Yeah, because you're a bit higher than normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm above the hob because I need to do myself some grub. I'm really behind on things today and I'm going to apologise in advance if I don't do the Cop Talk podcast. That should have been recorded this morning and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think by the time I've had my grub, put this video online and finish a few other things, it's not going to happen. So I do apologise, alright? So yeah, I'm just going to have something to eat. You know, I do the low carb, you know. Well, I used to do the keto, but low carb more so now. I'm not as strict as I was. And I have fish 6 days a week. So I'm going to do myself some fish. I know what you think. You think you're still a fat, but yeah, I know that. But I used to be 27 stone. And then I got down to 15 stone, thanks mainly to the keto. And then the pandemic hit and the lockdowns. And we had one of the strictest lockdowns in the world out here. But I'm back on it again now, because I gained, but I'm back on it now and it's going off again. It's going, I'm telling you, it's going off. So yeah, I'm going to have some fish and you're going to join me while I do that. Do you know what? I was once dating this girl years ago. She worked very bright and I tried to teach her a few things, you know, not just in the bedroom, but, you know, in the kitchen as well. And I was explaining to her one day, you know, about like how to make cakes, how to do Yorkshire puddings, how to do different things. And I remember this one time I said to her, I said, look, what you're going to do is separate 2 eggs, right? Do you know what she did? Right, she put one in the front garden and one in the back. Thick as fuck, honestly, it's incredible. So, we only need 1 egg. We're going to use 1 egg. I hope this really winds people up that have come along to watch this video, that are just here, just for what we're going to talk about. We've got 1 egg, we've got some fish medallions, and a bit of flour. Yeah, we're going to put some of that flour in there with that egg, and we're going to mix it up, and then I'm going to start talking to you. So, I love fish, mate. Nice, isn't it? A few things. I wanted to talk to you. I keep getting the names all confused today. I don't know if you saw this on coptalk.com and on the members' website, obviously. What's this like fucking Battersea dog on a bit of nice weather and they're all out, aren't they? Remy, have a word. Just a minute. I need to get stuck in a minute. Listen, I ain't got time to do my dinner and do videos, so before you start moaning at me, it's either this or there wouldn't be a video. So, there's an article on coptalk.com today. Liverpool hold Manu Kone talks, alright? I'm just battering my fish. And I don't know if you've seen it, and it's basically just a quick update to tell you about it, right? Liverpool held talks with Manu Kone's representatives yesterday to discuss the possibility of a potential summer move to Anfield. Now, I think we might have mentioned this on yesterday's podcast, and I'm sure we mentioned it on here. Cop Talk sources reported yesterday morning on the members' website, obviously, that talks with Kone's representatives were due to be held later that afternoon. That's yesterday. And we can confirm that they did happen and not a million miles away from the city. Now, on the members' website, which you don't have to join because I'm telling you now, it's not a ploy to get you on there. In the update on the members' website from that particular person, ow, you bastard, they basically said exactly where those talks were held. And it was in Manchester, at somewhere very nice, and not a million miles away from the city, it says here. This is in the article on, the main site. As yet, we are unable to provide an update as to how those talks progress, but it's possible something will filter through to us by the weekend. And it is possible. We shall see. Now, a source is quoted, right? I hate using that word, but it's on the main site, as saying, yes, they did go ahead. They had a sit down at, and it says redacted. Not the best view. But on the members' website it does say the exact location, but you don't need to know that, do you? And they will meet again tomorrow, Friday. So what I'm trying to say to you here is, I do believe we mentioned this maybe yesterday or the day previously, I can't remember. No, it was yesterday. About the Manu Kone talks. So this news article, and what I'm trying to tell you now, is that those talks did go ahead. they did go ahead. And there's due to be a follow-up tomorrow. So, but other than that, can't say anything. Don't know. Just got to wait and see. But the reason that I'm telling you that is, one, to confirm that it happened, two, to confirm or to tell you that there's going to be talks tomorrow, and three, to keep them open, because you might see some reporting to do with it. So if you hear anything over the next few days, it might be as a result of that, right? Right. Let's move you down to here. Hopefully that foam won't fall off. And it also says in that article, wait a minute, I'm turning my fish over. It also says in that article, meanwhile, the same source continued to advise we monitor reports concerning Celta Vigo's Gabri Veiga, and added that as yet there has been no follow-up on the club's initial inquiry to Southampton regarding Romeo Lavia. Chelsea are believed to be sniffing around both, and that could prove problematic for Liverpool. And why that could prove problematic is not because Liverpool are scared as Chelsea per se, as, you know, being more attractive or whatever. It's more along the lines of it could be problematic for reasons to do with increasing the price. You know, like if more clubs are interested, you know, valuations increase, don't they? Yeah. But not like we don't know what's going to happen. Liverpool might not even bid, don't know. But Chelsea is sniffing around both of them. Now, since that news article was put online, if you follow at Cock Talk on Twitter, you'll notice I put a bit out about Veiga. I hope that's how you pronounce his name, I don't know. Because something's come out since then in, I think it's the Portuguese media. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Something's come out since that article that says Liverpool are favourites to get him. So again, listen out for all those players that are mentioned in that article. And that's basically all I want to say, really. But I thought it was really important that if you heard me say yesterday that there was planned talks with Kone, that you would want to know that they did go ahead. That's a positive, right? I mean, we don't know what's happened, but if they've rescheduled talks for Friday, tomorrow, then it ain't negative then, is it? Do you know what I mean? And other than that, while that fish is cooking, I want to look at some of my YouTube comments. Pump City 113, and he's put a quote, not funny, it's 2023, he's put loads of laughing emojis, and said, nearly spat my tea everywhere, don't laugh out loud. I would love to read that message out by Mr. Judgment Day, but it's very, very long. It's talking about profit and FSG. Alex Torres, just wanted to say I like your unique style, love your sense of humour and your insight on the mechanics of transfers. Keep up the good work. This is from a gal who loves the cup of coffee. Very early in the morning in SA, Texas. Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? Texas. Ain't the world a small place, man? The internet's amazing, isn't it? Thank you. Christopher Matthew, new to your page, great show, no transfers, slightly south of 100 million or north of it have been a real success. Do you like mango? I think FSG are waiting on the result of the Man United sale. I agree, that video was cut short unfortunately because I had a delivery. There was a couple of things I wanted to emphasise in that video, and that was that they're obviously watching what is happening at Manchester United very closely. I also think that the future TV deals, not the next one, the one after, about the Premier League maybe setting up their own Netflix style broadcasting arm, you know, that could be something that FSG want to consider. And I was going to say in that video as well, have a look in the comments to that video, because it was about club sale and finance, and I thought Rich T71 might comment, who's a friend of mine, and has been on the members website, I think, or with Cop Talk since the 1990s, and I have met him personally. He's a great lad, and I thought he might comment on the video with it being that subject, and he has, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I didn't get a chance to tell you that in that video because I had a delivery, and I'm stood on my tiptoes. What was I going to say? Sounds terrible. Anyway, Do You Like Mango thinks that he thinks FSG will wait for the result of the Man United sale. It gives the best indications to the value they could achieve if they were to proceed with the sale. I think they were willing to sell before the Man United sale went public. As you discussed, the short-term appointment of Director of Football, which in my opinion indicates that this book isn't closed, and I would agree with Do You Like Mango. Nick Dayton, I think that is, says LFC is just a business to FSG, so when the time and money is right, they will sell for a massive profit. Adam Naylor, I do appreciate all the advice, mate, helped me a lot. He's a good kid. Talking about, he's got a YouTube channel, he's got 1,000 subscribers now, which I'm delighted about. Rich T, hey, Dunk, good video. This is what you need to look for. Rich T 71 in the comments when it's to do with finances and selling, potential club sales and that. Rich is a very switched on individual. And if you're on the members website and you're talking about business of any size, Rich always offers to help people, and for free, his own time or whatever. His advice is good. I like Rich. He's a very valuable member of my community, and he's an asset. And he is he's clued up with the finances and investments in that region. Knows a bit about the royals out in them specific countries out there. Rich T is someone you should always look for in the comments if I do a video about potential club sales. And I haven't read this yet, but I was going to say this in the last video. Look out for Rich, and he has surfaced. He's got a good video. I've always said that quiet in the mergers and acquisition world doesn't mean it's dead. There is often stuff going on, but no one talks due to a few people really being aware of what's going on and worries over losing any deal. Although I could mention an old business partner that was an investment banker working for HP and was sat on a train and heard lawyers discussing a deal for a competitor they were involved in buying. He reported this back to the board, who immediately sanctioned the $4.2 billion purchase of said company, outbidding this other entity. But generally, having worked with Goldman's and JP Morgan, which is FSG's advisors, in the sale, they both have lots of investment bankers who many would sell their mother for the right price. So I'm sure there's lots of back and forth. Usually one side is trying to get the better deal. I agree it makes sense to finish the stand first, but at some point FSG do need the exit, as that's where all FSG's investors make the big money. It's really a question of the right figure for FSG. By the way, fuck off fly, I hate flies. By the way, Sky Sports made me laugh the other day as they said if Glazers accept latest Qatar bid, they'll have lots of money to spend this summer. The journals have clearly no idea of the process, as I can tell you, selling a company quickly usually takes a month, but can often take 3 months to complete, taking into account accounting, due diligence and legal due diligence. So, I always like to see what Richard's got to say. If you're on the members website, you should follow his posts. If you're just on YouTube, you should look out for him in the comments. Thank you, Rich. Oh, my fish is nearly ready. Oh my God, it looks amazing, guys. Got it beautiful, that with vinegar in it, with vinegar and a bit of salt and salad cream. I know I'm a weirdo, but I like salad cream on my fish. I mean, God forbid you'd put salad cream on a real salad. It's ridiculous. Jen says, looks like Tom Hanks. I'll never look at Woody in the same way. Hey, you don't want to be looking at me when I've got a Woody. Well, then again. Good job, Dunk, mate, says Gavin. Tony Peters, McAllister, a done deal, Dunk, which is great news. So just hope Liverpool clock go out there now and get a few more good plays in. Great video again, mate. And you are entertaining, mate, so keep up the good work for the top bloke. Thank you, pal, that's very nice. That product, he says, people get offended by everything today. It does my head in. I'm black. And I wasn't offended, I laughed my ass off. In fact, if you are not black, please don't be offended on our behalf. If you are black, stop being offended by everything and enjoy life. The world has never, in capital letters, been so accepting and equal. The world's gone mad, rant over. What a legend, you know what I mean? That's the people you want on here, innit? People that can have a laugh and a giggle. And why are these people that see colour and discrimination and race and shit in every single thing? They're the people that cause the problems. They make racism worse than anything. I swear down, guys, they do. Because when people are like that, it makes ordinary people go, do you know what? I ain't having that shit. Because then ordinary people think that those people represent all minorities or all groups. Do you know what I mean? Because not everyone's bright. Adam Naylor could turn Colin into a drinking game every time he's mentioned we have a shop. Mark's got another great video, don't ever change DKB. Alright, thank you, brother. Tanglfc, the chocolate again. Q, the Collins. Tony Peters, you can't please everyone, don't get yourself another bag. I agree. Joe Will, don't change for anyone, mate. The real Cup Talk family, love you. I love you too, Joe. Another great bid, says Nick. Jay says, Dunk, please say, do you want a coffee in your American accent? Do you want a coffee? You want a coffee? Coffee. Do you want a coffee? No, but I do want some fish. Oh, my fish. Fucking hell, my fish. Turn that off. Philby, I completely agree with you, Dung. I feel they're definitely trying to shape the narrative. That was about saying about how the owners, I think, really tried to shape the narrative. That's a good way of expressing it better than me. With a couple of journos, you know. Joe Stedman, don't change on the other side. Our videos keeping it real. 10 out of 10. Never change my mate, says Jacob. Tom Kennin says we're here to the end. I hope the end's not soon. David Rusco, agree with you entirely on the moaners over your style. Dunk, I'm fairly new to the site, but I find it relaxed, funny and informative. I'm retired too. And it's like I'm sat in your kitchen listening to a pal talking. Keep up the good work, lad. Thank you very much, David. And that's what it's supposed to be. Why does everyone have to be so fucking serious? Do you know what I mean? Stick with the clock. What he said, great video. Don't watch it from start to finish. Loved it. Don't ever change. I'm not picking these out just to make myself sound good, alright? Will Alexander, more of these long videos. Don't love them. Water Wolf. 2 cram with French phlegm and a rolling R. Alright, is how it's pronounced, mate. LFC 99, he's a Cop Talk member, he's a legend. He says, don't forget, he says, Dunk, sorry, forget the haters, buddy. You are the OG and have the best LFC fan site and the best special Cop Talk family. You're always genuine, keep it real, brother, and that's magic. That's why we all love you, mate. Paul Usherwood saying McAllister has been unveiled at the Axel in the number 10 shirt. Dunk, happy days. Fuck off, fly. Right, I am not leaving my food when there's a fly knocking around. So anyway, fuck the snowflake, says Danny Harris. Great vid, Dunk, Gareth Turner. There's some great stuff on there. Keith Waterson, Colin is not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. Ah, dear me. Right, the dinner's ready. Can't remember what this video was about. What was it about? Oh, it was confirming those talks yesterday. There's going to be talks tomorrow. Don't know where. It's not going to be the same place as yesterday, obviously, or else that said person would not have divulged that information. And go away, fuck off. I hate flies, I mean. But so do you, don't you? That's why he's running around like a madman. Right, it's time for me fish. Now I know what you're thinking. Eating fish 6 times a week is maybe excessive, right? But you know what? It works for me, guys. It works for me, and I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there'll be a Cop Talk podcast today, and I feel really bad about that. But I'm behind. I'm genuinely behind. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Fuck off, skanky thing. Someone's sending me a message. Right, gotta go. I wanna go and eat my dinner. So talks took place yesterday. Talks taking place tomorrow. Veiga was keeping an eye, I don't know if I mentioned him in this video, I think I did. Keep an eye on reporting to do with him over the next week, I reckon. Will we hear something from tomorrow's talks? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Thanks to those of you that, you know, that understand me and appreciate what we do around these parts. Yeah, I'm off having dinner. Alright guys, and if you do, listen, if I don't do the Cop Talk podcast, I promise you I'll do it first thing in the morning. I mean, like seriously, 20 past 2. I'm not gonna get it out, don't think. I'll try.